Welcome students for the chemistry class. So in today's class we are going to learn about ethers. In last class we discussed about phenols. Now today's topic is ethers. So classification of ethers, structure of functional group, that means ethers, nomenclature, both common names and IUPAC names. Preparation of ethers, there are mainly two methods are there. Physical properties of ethers, chemical properties of ethers, and uses of ethers. So this total class we are going to learn about ethers. You know what is the functional group of ethers? O. Functional group is O. General formula of ethers is ROR. Ethers general formula ROR or ROR dash. Both are there. So that's why ethers are classified into two types. First type is simple ethers or symmetrical ethers. Second type, it is type 1, simple ethers. Type 2 is mixed ethers. Simple ethers, you can call it as symmetrical ethers also. Mixed ethers, another name is unsymmetrical ethers. What are simple ethers? Both the alkyl groups are same alkyl group. In ethers, functional group is O. If both are same, both are R, then it is called simple ether or symmetrical ether. So ethers having same alkyl group or aryl groups attached to the oxygen atom. For example, this is called diethyl ether. Two alkyl groups are ethyl only. Second category, mixed ethers. Ethers having different alkyl groups. You can see here, this is ethyl and this one is methyl. Ethyl methyl ether. What is the name? Ethyl methyl ether. Here this is ethyl, this one is phenyl. Ethyl phenyl ether. Both are different, then they are called unsymmetrical ethers. You can write like this, ROR dash. R is different from R dash. One alkyl group is R, another alkyl group is R dash. So ethers are classified into two types, simple ethers and mixed ethers. So you can see here structure of functional group ethers. Here I taken CH3OCH3. Its name dimethyl ether. IUPAC name is methoxymethane. So both CH3 groups attached to oxygen. This is the structure O. Here C, both carbons. This carbon attached with 3 hydrogens. This carbon attached with 3 hydrogens. Here you can see oxygen contains two lone pairs. So the 4 electron pairs, that means 2 bond pairs, here bond pair and 2 lone pairs. Oxygen contains 2 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs. On oxygen are arranged approximately in a tetrahedral arrangement. The bond angle is slightly greater than the tetrahedral angle. What is tetrahedral angle? 109 degrees 28 minutes. This is tetrahedral angle. but in ethers this is slightly greater than tetrahedral angle 111.7 degrees because of repulsive interaction between two bulky alkyl groups. Because of this repulsions between two alkyl groups, so bond angle will increase from 109 degrees to 111 degrees. What is the hybridization of oxygen? sp3 tetrahedral arrangement. It is about structure of functional group. You will see nomenclature of ethers. First of all, common names. You will see common names of ethers are derived from the names of alkyl groups or aryl groups, written as separate words in alphabetical order and adding the word ether at the end. So, in common name you take ethyl C2H5OCH3. For this compound, this alkyl group is ethyl, this alkyl group is methyl. Name ends with ether. In common name ends with ether. Ethyl, methyl, ether. You can take one more CH3OCH3. This is methyl, this one also methyl. So two methyls are there. Dimethyl ether. So common name, alkyl groups you have to write as separate words. Arrange alkyl groups in alphabetical order and ending word is ether. This is about common name. Next, in IUPAC system of nomenclature, ethers are regarded as hydrocarbon derivatives. Hydrocarbon like methane or ethane, propane, derivatives of alkanes like this, in which hydrogen atom is replaced by OR, alkoxy group, or OAR, where R and AR represent alkyl and aryl groups respectively. Here you take example, ethoxybenzene. This is hydrocarbon, this is alkoxy group. So this either OC2H5. So ethoxybenzene. The large alkyl group is chosen as the parent hydrocarbon. For example, you take C2H5OCH3, C2H5OCH3. Here I will write C2H5OCH3. Large group is taken as parent hydrocarbon. Large group is this one. You have to write ethane. So the remaining group you have to write as prefix methoxyethane. Another one C2H5OC2H5. C2H5OC2H. Both are same. So you can take any one as parent carbon, that means ethane. So the remaining one, it is called ethoxyethane. Continuous, no break. Ethoxyethane. CH3OC3H7. This is large group. You have to write like parent chain. This is small group. CH3OC3H7. The C3H7 as you have to take as parent hydrocarbon. That means propane. So the remaining word is methoxy. So methoxypropane. Here you can see some ethers, common names and IUPAC names. CH3 dimethyl ether. IUPAC name, it is methoxymethane. ethyl, ethyl, two ethyls are there, so diethyl ether. They are separate words in common name, but in IUPAC name continuous, no break. Ethoxy, ethane. This is a methoxy. It is a chain, long chain, 1, 2, 3. At first carbon methoxy there, 1 methoxy propane. This is methoxy benzene. Methoxy benzene. Another name is anisole. Anisole. This compound C6H5OCH3. Anisole is common name as well as you can take as IUPAC name also. So these are some ethers. You practice all these ethers, both common names and IUPAC names. Our next topic is methods of preparation of ethers. There are two methods there to prepare ethers. So first method is from alcohols. So this method already discussed in the alcohols topic. From alcohols you will get ether. From alcohols you will get ether by dehydration. Second method is Williamson's synthesis. This is very important method. Already in haloalkanes topic it came. So there are only two methods to prepare ethers. First method is dehydration of alcohols. Alcohols undergo dehydration in the presence of protic acids, that means concentrated H2SO4 and H3PO4, sulfuric acid and phosphoric acid. The formation of the reaction product, this product, which product? That means it may be alkene or ether. It depends on reaction conditions, that means temperature. At a lower temperature, if temperature is low, ether will form. If temperature is high, alkene will form. So this is useful for the preparation of ethers with primary alkyl groups. Only primary alkyl groups. It is alcohol, ethanol. Your dehydrating agent is concentrated H2SO4. Role of concentrated H2SO4 is dehydrating agent. So concentrated H2SO4. Ethanol is treated with concentrated H2SO4 at 443 Kelvin. That means nearly 170 degrees centigrade. Alkene, ethene is formed as the main product. If it is at 140, nearly 140 degrees centigrade, that means 413 Kelvin. Same compound ethanol, same compound, same catalyst, but products are different because there is a change in temperature. Same catalyst gives different products at different temperature. At 443 Kelvin, alkene. At 413 Kelvin, ether. What is the IUPAC name of this ether? Ethoxyethane. Ethoxyethane or diethyl ether. So this is one method of preparation of ethers from alcohols. Alcohol on dehydration gives ether. In this method you can prepare either with primary alkyl groups like methyl, ethyl, N-propyl like this. If you want to prepare other types of ethers, so then you have to go for next method, that is Williamson synthesis. So this preparation of ether, the formation of ether is a nucleophilic bimolecular reaction, nucleophilic bimolecular reaction, that means SN2 mechanism. SN2 mechanism, it follows SN2 mechanism. It involves three steps. Step 1 is, so reaction is this one, C2H5OH gives rise to concentrated H2SO4 at 413 Kelvin. Product is C2H5O C2H5. This reaction follows SN2 mechanism. It involves three steps. Step 1 is protonation of alcohol. This mechanism is similar to, in alcohols, dehydration mechanism is there. Dehydration of alcohol to alkene. Same. Their alcohol molecule is taken, one alcohol. In this, you have to use two alcohols. Here, this is first alcohol molecule. It gives some intermediate. That intermediate again reacts with another alcohol molecule. Two alcohol molecules are taken. So final product is ether. What are this remaining mechanism is same in the case of alkene formation. So step 1, protonation of alcohol, proton attacked. Second one, nucleophilic attack by alcohol, nucleophilic attack on this intermediate. Third one, deprotonation. From this intermediate, you remove this proton, deprotonation, you will get ether. So it is a SN2 mechanism. Next method of preparation is Williamson's synthesis. It is an important laboratory method for the preparation of both symmetrical and unsymmetrical ether. It is very important reaction for examination point of view also. It is an important laboratory method for the preparation of both symmetrical and unsymmetrical ethers. Ethers containing substituted alkyl groups, that means you can prepare both secondary, tertiary along with primary. In earlier method, from alcohols you can prepare only primary alkyl groups, ethers. Ethers containing secondary and tertiary alkyl groups also you can prepare by Williamson's synthesis. This is, what is this? Alkyl halide. Alkyl halide is treated with alkoxide. You will get ether. So this reaction is called Williamson's synthesis. This reaction involves SN2 attack of alkoxide ion on primary alkyl halide. Better results are obtained if the alkyl halide is primary. If the alkyl halide is primary, good yield of ether will form. So you can take here alkyl halide is methyl bromide. Alkoxide is a tertiary alkoxide. You will get ether. You have to remember alkyl halide is primary. In this ether, one is methyl group, another one is, if you want to prepare ether with tertiary alkyl group. So if you want to prepare one ether with primary group and one tertiary alkyl group, then you have to take alkyl halide is always primary. The remaining alkoxide, tertiary alkoxide you have to take. So alkyl halide is primary, then only you will get ether. If alkyl halide is tertiary alkyl halide, you can take here, it is a tertiary butyl bromide. Then product is not ether, product is alkene. If you take secondary or tertiary alkyl halides, elimination will dominate. Elimination reaction will take place. So this is a strong nucleophile. So elimination will take place. So that's why product is alkene. So alkyl halide, you have to take primary alkyl halide. Primary alkyl halide. Then only you will get ether. If tertiary alkyl halide is taken, then product is alkene. Similarly, if you want to prepare anisole or aromatic ether, anisole means C6H5OCH3. This type ether, if you want to prepare, you can start with phenol. Phenol is treated with NaOH. You will get phenoxide. Phenols are converted into ethers by this method. Phenol is used as phenoxide category. So RX, you take alkyl halide is RX, you will get ether, aromatic ethers, anisole. So phenol group is always you have to take as phenoxide. So simple one you have to take as alkyl halide. So if you are taking chlorobenzene like this Cl, you won't get this anisole. So this is about methods of preparation of ethers. Next one, physical properties of ethers. Already you seen ethers boiling point is less than alcohol. Alcohol boiling point, here ether. Because here low boiling point, because there is no intermolecular hydrogen bonding. No hydrogen bonding. Here hydrogen bonding is there, intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So its boiling point is more. Their boiling points are low and comparable to alkanes. Their ethers have low boiling points because of absence of hydrogen bonding. Next topic is chemical properties of ethers. Chemical reactions of ethers. So main reaction is reactions involving cleavage of CO bond. You take ROR, how to break this bond. So this is first type of reactions. Second type of reactions mainly in anisole. It is an aromatic compound. Because of this ring, it undergoes electrophilic substitution reactions. Electrophilic substitution reactions of anisole. So anisole electrophilic substitution means Friedel-Crafts alkylation, Friedel-Crafts acylation, nitration, sulfonation, halogenation. These 5 reactions are called electrophilic substitution reactions. What about this cleavage of CO bond? You take one ether CH3OCH3. How to break this bond? Add HI. Better attacking agent is HI. This bond will break. H will add to O. I will come this side. So product is one alcohol. Another one is alkyl halide. If it is a dilute, cold dilute, if it is hot concentrated, reaction will take place on both sides, IH. Then product is 2 moles of CH3I plus H2O. So this type of cleavage you can see here, cleavage of CO bond in ethers. Ethers are the least reactive of the functional groups. Ethers are least reactive. The cleavage of CO bond in ethers takes place under drastic conditions with excess of hydrogen halides, HX, under drastic conditions, because ethers are least reactive. So among hydrogen halides, HI is more reactive. This is order of reactivity of hydrogen halides. HI greater than HBr greater than HCl. Now here we are discussing about reaction of dialkyl ether with HI. Dialkyl ether with HI. It is a dialkyl ether. Here I take an HX, that means mainly HI. It gives first RX and ROH. This ROH again reacts with HX and gives RX. So what is the product here? 2 moles of alkyl halide. Ethers with 2 different alkyl groups. Here ROR means both alkyl groups are same. Symmetrical ether. You take unsymmetrical ether or mixed ether ROR dash, then same type cleaved in the same manner. So you will get RX and R dash OH, alkyl halide and alcohol. So it is about cleavage. So next one, alkyl aryl ethers, anisole aromatic ethers are cleaved at the alkyl oxygen bond to the more stable aryl oxygen, because here you can see this is alkyl group, this is aryl group. Which bond will break? This bond will break. Alkyl oxygen bond will break, because this aryl and oxygen bond is strong bond. So what is the product? Alkyl halide is the product and phenol, not aryl halide. So this reaction needs phenol and alkyl halide. When one of the alkyl group is a tertiary group, bulky group is there, tertiary group, the halide formed is tertiary halide. You can take here this one, HI is added, I will add this side and this H. So bulky group halide, alkyl halide, tertiary alkyl halide will form, and a small one gives alcohol. So it is about cleavage of alkyl oxygen bond in ethers. First type of chemical property. Second type of chemical property, that means electrophilic substitution reactions, mainly observed in anisole OCH3. Anisole is ortho and para directing group, and activates the aromatic ring towards electrophilic substitution reactions, like earlier case, phenol case, like in phenol. Here you can see at ortho position minus, at para position minus, electron density is more at ortho and para. So that's why reaction takes place at ortho and para. Important reactions of anisole are halogenation. Electrophilic substitution reactions means halogenation, nitration, Priedel-Crafts reaction. So you see Priedel-Crafts reaction. Alkyl group, Priedel-Crafts alkylation. Alkyl groups are introduced at ortho and para positions, because already you seen anisole is ortho and para directing group. So in the presence of Lewis acid catalyst, that means anhydrous AlCl3. So it is anisole is treated with alkyl halide in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3. This alkyl group attacks at ortho position or para position. This para product is major product, ortho product is minor product. So it is about Priedel-Crafts alkylation. Acyl groups also at ortho and para. In Priedel-Crafts acylation. This is acylation reaction. Acyl chloride, acetyl chloride. When anisole reacts with acetyl chloride in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3, 2-methoxyacetophenone is formed and one more product, 4-methoxyacetophenone. This is a major product. Major product. So these are the Friedel-Crafts alkylation and Friedel-Crafts acylation. Next reaction is halogenation, nitration, and one more is sulfonation. So halogenation, anisole reacts with bromine. Bromine in the presence of ethanoic acid, two products are formed. One is para-bromoanisole, second one is ortho-bromoanisole. Always para product is major product. Similarly, nitration mixture of concentrated sulfuric acid and nitric acid. That means which reaction this one? Nitration. When anisole reacts with nitration mixture, orthonitroanisole and para-nitroanisole are formed, in which para-nitroanisole is major product. So these are electrophilic substitution reactions of anisole. Similarly, sulfonation, you will get in sulfonation you will get OCH3 anisole SO3H. It is ortho product. So ortho-methoxybenzene sulfonic acid. Similarly, one more product is para-methoxybenzene sulfonic acid. So these are the electrophilic substitution reactions of anisole. So this is about ethers topic, ethers. So in entire ethers, this reaction is important, reaction of HI with ethers and this Williamson's synthesis, preparation and reaction of HI with ethers. Some reasoning questions also there. So like this, some questions, complete the following. This type of questions they will ask in board exam. Okay.